Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live, and today is Monday, May 24th, 2021. We're in the first day of the new trading week, and we are in the final hour of the current trading day. The final hour of the current trading day, or of the final hour of any trading day, is my favorite time to make my buying and selling decisions. And the simple reason is, at the end of the day, you have the large financial institutions come in, they take control away from the day traders and the algorithms who control the price during the middle of the day, and they start to move it. And in my opinion, they move it to the most valid price to make your buying and selling decisions for your swing trade. And this is because they're dealing with the most money, they have the best information, best technology, very smart people. And all that combined leads me to believe that the closing price is the most valid price of the day. So thank you all for coming today. It's nice to see everyone. I hope that you had a nice weekend and enjoyed your weekend. Currently, the Dow is up 243 points, up 0.71%. The NASDAQ is up a whopping 234 points, up 1.74%. And the S&P is up 51.90, up 1.25%. So looks like everyone's having a great day. Always grateful to have a little green on the screen. But thanks for coming. And I hope by investing your time here that you are learning some good principles, some good trading, and some good investing principles. So here's the plan for today. First of all, we are going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Secondly, we're going to come back, take a look at my current positions, talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, and how I'm going to manage them going forward. I did have 3 day trades today. I will share those with you. After that, we're going to go over to the board. My students have their positions up there. We're going to go through each one, see how they're all doing. They all look pretty green to me over there, so that will be good. After that, I have gone down through, after that, we're going to talk a little bit about trader psychology. Most important part of trading, everyone, it really is being able to create a plan and follow the plan. You have to learn how to trade. You have to learn about technical analysis, support, resistance, entries, exits, all that good stuff. But it's not that hard, really. I mean, it takes a minute, but it's not that hard. But once you learn it, then putting it into practice and following it, that is the key. So I like to touch on that every day. Hopefully that helps everyone out there. It also helps me to talk about it as well. We always teach what we most need to learn, right? After that, I've gone down through my watch list. I have gone down through the results of Kamal's scanner. I do have 3 requirements whenever I'm looking to enter a new trade. The first, I need a confluence or a combination of indicators lining up on multiple time frames. Secondly, I need a good risk to reward ratio, very important, at least 2 to 1. If I'm risking $1,000 to the downside, I need to be able to make $2,000 or more to the upside to make it all worth it. And then number 3, make sure you have a complete trade plan. Make sure that you are taking into account current market volatility. You have a percentage of your capital that you're willing to risk as an emergency stop. You know where your emergency stop is. You know where your end of day stop is. You know where your intraday profit targets are. You know you have a good and valid trailing stop approach, so that if you do have a nice profitable trade, you don't give it all back, right? And then I might add on there, please be aware of the correlation of your positions. Like, I'm okay to have 2, maybe 3 if I'm pushing it, stocks in the same industry, depending on if they're full positions or half positions. But you know, there are a lot of different industries out there. It's great if you're loaded up in one industry and it goes up that day, but it's not so great if it goes down. So I like to trade a variety of different type of industries. I like to trade a variety of time frames, and I like to trade a variety of trading strategy approaches. That's really what sums up my trading right there. I do have some end of day candidates that look pretty good today. I have quite a few of them, as a matter of fact. So I'm going to go through each one look at multiple time frames, look at risk to reward ratios, keeping in mind correlation. And if I find something good at the end of the day, I will go ahead and purchase it. After the market closes, if anybody has any questions for me, please let me know. If you need any clarification on anything I discussed, please let me know. I'm happy to answer it. If there's any stock symbols that you would like me to look at before the end of the day, please just go ahead, put it in the live stream chat, and I will do my best to get to it before the close of the market. And then lastly, if my students have any new entries or exits for me today, if you could just please wait till the end of the day so that the market is done, closed, I'm done trading, I'm done teaching, pressure's off, and I will get them all updated for you. Okay, so all right, I'm going to run the US legal disclaimer, and I will be back in about 40 seconds. Thank you. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. All right, let us see who is here today. Lava is here. Nice to see you, Lava. Hope you're doing well. Tracy Peterson is all. Hi, Tracy. Nice to see you as well. Kamal is here. Good to see you, Kamal. Thank you for everything that you do for this channel, my friend. Hope you're having a good day. David is here. Hi, Greg and group. Hello, David. Nice to see you. Jonathan from Ireland is here. Good evening, Greg and group. Good evening to you, Jonathan. Hope you're doing well. Tony is here. Good to see you, Tony. Hello, right back. Gary is here. Good to see you, Gary. Hope you're getting those computer problems taken care of. That's always the worst. Paxton is here. Nice to see you, Packy. Hope you're doing well. Dan says, happy Looney Tunes, Gregor, and everyone. That's funny. That takes me back. My mom sometimes called me Gregor as well. So that kind of took me right back there. Thanks for the blast from the past. Dan says, we know it's going to be a great show. Oh, well, thank you. That's an anticipatory thumbs up. That sounds good. Lilia is here. Hi, Lilia. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope all the pups are well. Johan, good to see you, Captain. Nice to have you back. Hope you've been doing well. Flying safe. Lova says, ASO return to value, 3-day sideways, V1, and above 50 SMA and 50 RSI. Weekly has a long uptrend and 5 EMA support. It was above the 33.73 earlier. It's invalid if it closes below 33.78. Well, let's take a look at this then. ASO, Academy Sports and Outdoors. Well, this is setting up, you are correct. This would be a beautiful V2 tomorrow if it triggers. You are correct. It has untriggered the V1 at the moment of 33.78. It would have to close above 33.78, but that's a beautiful return to value, sideways motion, washout of the previous low, and potentially a V2 tomorrow. Let's peek at the weekly. Weekly's holding at the 5 EMA. That's okay. But you are right. If that one triggers, that one's not bad. Would you mind keeping me up to date on that one, Leva? You are. That's a beautiful setup. If even with the V1 today, it would be a great setup. FLR. Yeah, did this go under 30 today? Yes, it did. It's pretty good. It's false breakout to the downside. It's a V1. It's an under 30 over 30. My only concern here is the negative third ATR channel. Above it is resistance. On the weekly, it caught support at the negative 1 ATR channel. But yes, that could be good. I like the confluence, not just the under 30 over 30, but the false breakout to the downside and the V1. Just on the other side of this equation, though, we have the negative third ATR channel, which is currently acting as support. That's my take. Let's see what Lova's take is. Confluence of the 30 RSI, negative third ATR channel. Mine's underneath with the V1. Risk reward good using 30 RSI. Resistance could be halfway of the recent giant red bar. That's true. That's a 10% potential gain. Weekly has negative 1 ATR support. Hey, we basically said exactly the same thing. Way to go, Leva. Way to go. Really good analysis. So proud of you. Really, really am. Steve Burns is here. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for coming. Always an honor and a privilege to have you here, Steve. I mean that, and I know everyone else feels the same way. Steve says, hello, traders. Nice day for bulls. Yeah, really good day for bulls. Not so great if you're a bear. Miko says, good afternoon, Greg and everyone. Good to see you, Miko. Hope you're having a good day. Frank is here. Hello, Greg and group. Good to see you as always, Frank. Thank you for everything that you do for this channel. Ava is here. Hi, Ava. Good to see you, my friend. Ava says, happy Monday, Greg, and all. Smiley face. Happy Monday to you as well, Ava. Hope you are doing, hope you had a nice weekend, and always nice to have you here. Okay. Well, let's get to it. All right, let's start off with Apple. I did buy Apple back here at 122.60 with an intraday deep dip rejection of the 200-day moving average. Moved up, took my profits, partial profits as usual, moved 1.5 ATRs from entry. This particular bar closed below halfway. Closed below the previous day's low after reaching the 1.5 ATR. So I did take half profits here, but I kept the other half. We kept the 200. We moved up, took some more profits, moved down, and up again today. Did hit one profit target at 126.71. Very close to that second profit target. Oh, I've missed it by 4 cents, but we can get there certainly by the end of the day. So far, entry to current price on this particular one, 4.18%. AGQ. All right, this has been kind of a long-term trade for Gary and I. It's on the weekly charts. Return to value, sideways motion, false breakout to the downside, under 50 SMA, over 50 SMA, and a V1, 43.96, moved up. Lost the 50 RSI. I sold half here at about 45.75, something like that. Then 3 days up, 3 weeks up nicely. It is up 1.95% today, and entry to current price up about 16.39%. AAPN. All right, David, Lilia, Jonathan, and myself did take AAPN with this under 30, over 30, and a V2. Bought it at 83.84. It's 84.62. It's up 2.79%, and it is also up on the trade. So that's good. DoorDash. All right, DoorDash. I did take DoorDash on Friday, along with Frank, Tracy, and Paxton, Jonathan. I bought this on the weekly. We had a nice bullish engulfing bar. We had a V1. We had a false breakout the downside. We had a retest of the negative 1 ATR channel. I bought it at 137.48. It's 140.52. It's up 2.14% on the weekly trade. On the daily trade, Steve bought this with the 520 EMA crossover on the daily. He bought it at 139.80. It's 140.48. So everyone's up on the day and everyone is up on the trade. So pretty good. Okay. Monster, Gary, I'm going to have to pay a fine every time I do that. It's not Monster. It's MicroStrategy. Gary, Tracy, Lilia, and myself did buy MicroStrategy at 454.92 with the confluence of signals of the under 30, over 30, and the intraday rejection of the 200. Next day moved up, hit a couple profit targets, came back down, closed under entry price on Friday. It is up 2.67% today, so it is up on the day and it is up on the trade. PKI, David and I bought PKI on the weekly with the 520 crossover, the higher low V1, the bullish engulfing bar, and the fractal at 141.02. It's 145.27. It is up 0.29% today so far on the trade, but it is up 2.94% on, 0.29% on the day and 2.94% on the trade, which is good. SPY, of course, I buy the SPY every day at the close. I hold it overnight or I hold it over the weekend, depending when I buy it. I did buy this on Friday at 414.94. I sold it at 417.39 for a nice overnight gapper. It's pretty sweet. So 3 nice gaps in a row. 414.94, sold it at 417.39. So I will be buying this again today at the close. UNG is a longer term trade along with David, Paxton, and Tracy. This is on the monthly bars. I did buy this at 10.52. It's 10.41, down 0.95% on the month so far, and down about that much on the trade because I bought it at 10.52 and it's 10.41. So that one's underwater a little bit. Twitter, it's been a great trade. Who do we have in Twitter? We have Miko, Gary, David, Tracy, and Paxton, and Kamal, and myself. We did buy, and thanks to Kamal for pointing out this trade. That is the reason I took it. Close under, close over the 200-day moving average. I bought it at 52.58. With the close back over the 200 and really good risk to reward ratio. Went up, hit some profit targets, came down, held because it held the 200 profits, and 2 profit targets today. One at 55.62 and one at 56.79. It's up 5.09% today, and it is up 8.3% on the trade. So congratulations to all of us. All right, let's go to the VIX for an intraday trade. 2 trades on VIX today. Here we had a false breakout to the downside. We had a nice V2. I bought it at 37.65. My stop was halfway of this washout bar. It just held, it just held, it just held, it just held. Started to move up, had a big bar up. Every time there's a big bar up, I take advantage of that. I sold half at 37.38. It moved more than 1.5 ATRs from my entry. Therefore, when I had a close below the previous day's low, I sold the other another half of a half at 37.72. And if I move 1.5 ATRs from my entry, and if it gets back to my entry point, I get out. So I got in 37.65, out at 37.72, out at 37.78. And then the last quarter, when it got back to break even, I just got out. So nice profitable trade there. I took another shot at it earlier in the day right here with this higher low V1, excuse me. I bought this at 37.57, and then the next bar just pooped out, went down, and so this was a loss. So I got in at 37.57, out at 37.49 for an 8-cent loss. But all in all, profitable on the VIX approaches today. And then Tesla, boy, I thought I had a great trade on Tesla. I got out. I felt like it was enough, but boy, it went up a lot more. But great setup here on the 5-minute, return to value, lots of sideways motion, lots of consolidation. Here's a V2, bar 1, 2, 3, bar 3 bar 2 washes out 1, 3 closes above 1. We had a false breakout to the downside, and this was a great trade, everybody. Look at this. I got in at 598.50, had a big up bar, sold half at 660, had another big up bar at 603.38, and then we got right up here to the third ATR channel, and I was like, that's enough. And it was a great trade at 604.94. So I got in at 598.50, out at 600.60, out at 603.38, out at 604.94. Now, I didn't make this much, but had I just held it, that was a 1% move. Not bad for an intraday trade. But as you can see, I got out here and it just kept motoring on up. But that's how it goes sometimes, right? Tesla is also something I'm looking at for the end of the day. As far as an end of day trade. Okay. Let's take a look at everybody's trades here. Here is Gary. Gary, what a trade, my friend. My gosh. We were talking about this earlier in our little Twitter group. Beautiful trade. Gary got this with the under 30, over 30. 107.52. Next day, didn't do much, closed a little bit down. But look at this, everybody. Let's congratulate Gary. 11.67% move today. Wow. Look at this volume. I have a friend who sells puts on Beyond Meat down to 100. This was getting a little scary because it got down to 100 last week. But now he's got some breathing room above 118.93. So what a beautiful trade. Congratulations, Gary. ASML, Lilia, took a half position with the 520 crossover at 648.80. Next day was a little rude. Came back down, held the moving averages. Today up 3.26%. So up on the day and up on the trade. Way to go, Lilia. Snow is Steve Burns. Steve bought Steve Burns at 227.65. It is currently 234.71, up 0.57% today and up 2.95% approximately on the trade. Lilia with another great trade. Under 30, over 30, bought here at 43.70. It's currently 46.21. It's up about 3% just today, and it's up about 6% on the trade. So wow, way to go. Pins. Let's see, who's this? This is Steve. Steve Burns bought pins back here with an under 30, over 30. He bought it at 58.01. It's up 4.11% just today, everybody. And close back above the 200-day moving average, which is a good sign. Steve on this trade up 8.37%. So way to go, Steve. Shopify. Kamal, we all know, is the Shopify master. There is no doubt he is the undisputed king of Shopify. Kamal bought Shopify back here at 1078 in the cheap seats. Now we're 1270.90. It's up 3.82% just today. And are we ready for this number? Up 15.16% on the trade. Beautiful, beautiful. Congratulations. Let's give, excuse me, let's give Kamal a round of applause there. Steve, nice trade here with the close back over the 200-day moving average at 95.19. It's currently 96.74. It's up 0.37% today, and it is up about 1.53% on the trade. All right. IBB. Okay, this one down a little bit, but Steve had a nice trade on IBB with the close under, close back over the 200-day deep dip buy stock trading strategy right there. 149.59. It's 151.05. It is down 8 cents today, but Steve is up approximately 1.14% on the trade. DT is Tracy and Paxton. What a trade, you two. Beautiful. Intraday rejection of the 200. Back test of the 200 at 44.50. It's 50.67. It's up 3.07% on the day, and it's up 12.14% on the trade. So congratulations there. PCAR up 14 cents today. This is a trade that David took. False breakout to the downside. V2 94.51. It's 92.17. It is up on the day, but it is down a little bit still on the trade. AB&B is Kamal. Kamal bought AB&B, Airbnb, 134.90. It's 136.68. It is up 1.46% today and up on the trade. Uber. Okay. Gary bought Uber at 48.20. It's 50.10. It's up 2.62%. He is up on the day and up on the trade. And then Tracy and Paxton got this with a nice close back above the 200-day moving average at 47.40. And now it's 50.09. So both Gary, Tracy, and Paxton up on the trade. NVIDIA, what a day for NVIDIA. Glad to see a lot of names by here. Steve bought this with the 520 crossover at and 77 cents. Tracy and Paxton followed along. Lilia followed along. David followed along. Johan followed along. Beautiful, beautiful start to this trade. We're up here against resistance at this previous high. But way to go, Steve, Tracy, Paxton, Lilia, David, and Johan. Eli Lilly? No. Sorry. Frank bought Callaway Golf all the way back here in the cheap seats at 27.75. Had a huge run up, had a kind of a stumble here, sold half, but has had another leg up. This is up 3.68%. Today alone, and this trade up 21.22% on the trade. So everybody doing really well today. Almost running the board. There was just one stock on here that was down a little bit, and for my trades, only one stock that was down, but it's down 5 cents, so that's good. So hey, let's be grateful, right? Let's be grateful for a good day. Ava says, how are we doing on time? NX ST has a 520 crossover. Definitely does. Don't know if this back tests well, but definitely has it. AVTR is Avantor. Looks like it has a nice 520 crossover there. Again, I'm not familiar with this stock, so I don't know if the 520 is a valid crossover. Maybe if someone's out there had some time, they could look at NXST and AVTR for Ava. David says BIDU, currently higher low V1 and support at the 200-day moving average. Yeah, there are going to be a lot of setups today, everyone. It's not for a lack of setups. What it's really, for me, what it's going to come down to is taking into how many correlated positions I have, what my account heat is, and just try to look for the very best one. But yes, you're right. BIDU has a higher low V1 in the value zone. MACD is positive, and also intraday rejection of the 200. That's an excellent good risk to reward ratio. Microsoft and Adobe 1050 EMA crossovers. Tens 246.41. 50 is 1045.65. You are correct. You are correct. That does have a nice crossover there. That's great. And Adobe also has a 1050 EMA crossover, which backtests well. So again, there's going to be tons and tons, everybody, of crossovers here. So don't get all carried away and buy 9 tech stocks because they have crossovers, because just because they have crossovers doesn't mean it's going to go up tomorrow, right? Try to look at multiple time frames. Keep in mind what your correlation is, right? Yuvar says, hello, everyone. Nice to see you, Yuvar. Appreciate you being here. Steve says Adobe has a 1050 EMA crossover. Yes, it does. That's the one we just looked at, this one. Yeah, Jonathan said that as well. APPH. App Harvest. 520 crossover. I imagine if Steve brought that up, that it does backtest well. Maybe you could confirm that, Steve. Steve says beautiful trade on Gary, or beautiful trade Gary on Beyond Meat, 100%. Kamal wants to look at Edit. Yeah, I mean, it's a higher low V1. MACD is positive. Good risk to reward ratio. Makes sense. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly's holding support down here of the 200. A lot of good setups, everybody. Johan says, awesome Beyond Meat trade. DT has a 520 crossover. Oh, yeah, it does. This is the one Tracy and Paxton are already in. So that's a good sign for you, Tracy and Paxton. Kamal says IWB. This is the Russell 1000. Volume has a crossover and volume. That is true. Kamal says play. I think that's on my list, Kamal. No, it's not, but I will put it here and we will look at it. Yeah, I mean, false breakout to the downside, V2. I don't like it's rejected the -1 ATR channel, though. Here's the poem from Frank. Let's take a look at this bad boy and see what wisdom Frank is going to imbue on all of us, because you know it's going to be good because it is from Frank. Frank says, stare in a mirror and get out of the way. Ego won't help you trade for a minute or a day. So true. Reflections of self are best kept at bay. Confidence is one thing, but a big ego can really make you pay. You know, I was writing some thoughts down last night, and this is exactly what I was writing my thoughts down about, Frank, was my ego in the past. And so this is kind of serendipitous that you are writing about this today. You literally could have been writing this for me. Wow. That is pretty ironic that I was writing about this last night. Wow. Let's read it again, if I can get my wits together after being blown away. Stare in a mirror and get out of the way. Ego won't help you trade for a minute or a day. Reflections of self are best kept at bay. Confidence is one thing, but a big ego can really make you pay. It almost makes me cry, Frank. It almost makes me cry. I had a long walk down memory lane last night, and I wrote about ego in trading and in life and how it affects things. Wow. I am literally emotional from this poem. Okay, I'll try to hold it together. Dan says, clapping for Gary and Frank. Johnson says, hi, Greg, and hello, everyone. Good to see you, Johnson, and hope you're having a good day. Steve says, PLTK has the new 520 crossover. PLTK. I can't pull that. Maybe I can. PLTK. No, I can't look at that one, unfortunately, Steve. I think we looked at that one before. It just doesn't pull up on Trade Navigator for me, unfortunately. Frank says, holy fake cow, Gary. I agree. Gary says, Frank, you never cease to amaze me. I mean, was that the best poem ever? It brought me to tears. I would say if it brings you to tears, it's a good poem. Wow. Gary's being humble and saying he got lucky on BY. Did you trade BYBD? I think he meant BY, whatever it is. I'm all messed up now. BYND. David says, Frank, just curiosity, how long does it take for you to come up with the comb? Yeah, I've always wondered that as well. Ava says, great synchronicity for Greg. Frank, really amazing. Yeah, unreal. TER. Yeah, I think I have that on my list, Steve. I think. Yeah, I do. I definitely have that one on my list as well. We'll take a look. Steve says, too many entry signals with not enough risk capital left to allocate. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of current positions and a lot of signals. You have to take that into account, and you just can't buy everything. Steve says you has a 520 crossover. It does. It definitely does. All right, I'm a little behind on time here, so let's head over and do a little trader psychology before we start looking for our end of day trades. This is from my good friend Thomas Payne. You've heard me speak about Thomas's post. He's on Twitter at Trader T Payne. It's a great channel, one of my favorites. Thomas was a scientist. He changed careers and became a trader and brought his scientific method to trading. And whenever he posts something, it's just a great post. I mean, he really gets into the nitty gritty. He really gets granular when it comes to trader psychology. So let's see what Thomas has to say. Protecting your psychology is as important as protecting your money. If you make a mistake that messes with your psychology, then you will be trading with an altered perspective. More mistakes are likely to follow. Everyone, I could not have said this better. Not that I say things better than other people anyway, but I guess what I'm saying is this is my whole take on trading. Really, not from a money standpoint, but protecting my psychology, right? And protecting your psychology is as important as protecting your money. It really is. You have capital and you have mental capital, and if you disrupt your mental capital, it affects everything, whether it's in trading or whether it's in life. And so, we're talking about trading at the moment. So that is why I'm so careful with my correlations, my position sizes, all these things, because I don't want to destabilize myself emotionally or psychologically, because I know if I do, or if I have a big drawdown, it alters my perspective. I have had a wonderful trading year this year. Unbelievable. Like, just an unbelievable trading year. I don't usually mention this, but I definitely hit a yearly high today. I hit a record on my day trading. And I think one of the reasons why I have done so well this year is because I've really looked out for my mental capital. I've really drilled down on the risk to rewards. I've been very selective in my trades. And as far as trading has gone, I've stayed right in that perfect little happy zone where I'm not too excited. I'm not too depressed. I'm always making good decisions with my trading. So, it's really important. And one thing I want to mention too, this may be a little woo-woo for a few of you, but, the more you focus on money, the less money you will make. I don't know how to explain it. The more carefree you are about, the more money you make. I've had an interesting year where my mind has not been totally on trading and money, but ironically, the less that I have obsessed about trading and money, the more money I have made. So I wanted to share that with you. That is one of the positive things that has happened recently, because my mind has been on other things and I've just been a little carefree and nonchalant with trading, and I've had this record year. I mean, it's unbelievable, but this all kind of comes back here to Thomas. Let's read it one more time. Protecting your psychology is as important as protecting your money. If you make a mistake that messes with your psychology, then you will be trading with an altered perspective. More mistakes are likely to follow. It's true. Success breeds success. Failure breeds failure. If you have a big loss, if you take a blow to your mental capital, it will affect you, and more losses are likely to follow. But if you can get yourself into that place where you're making money, you're winning, you're not getting greedy, success then breeds success, and you're not stressing about the money. So Thomas, thank you, my friend. Beautiful, beautiful post today, and really helpful for me, and hope it was helpful for you. And please go and support Thomas's channel at Trader T Payne on Twitter, or just look up Thomas Payne. And here he is in a little t-shirt and his little hat. Thanks, Thomas. David says, Frank, Frank, that, oh, all right. Sorry, everybody. Frank, that was great as always. Just be careful not to destabilize our sensei. That's really good. That's true too. Gary says, that's awesome. You are a great discipline trader and even better mentor. Thank you, Gary. That's very kind of you. Steve says, professionals in every industry focus on process over money, and the money comes as a side effect. It's so true. It is so true, Steve. And you know, in these last few months for me, that point has never been made in a way that it has for me. I mean, the last few months, my gosh, it's just like the money tap just flowed on with day trading and everything else. And it's because I was kind of nonchalant about it. So, you know, just wanted to share that experience with you. So hopefully you can, you know, take that type of attitude with it as well. I mean, if you're desperately wanting to make money and forcing it, it just doesn't work. All right. Well, I think I have control of myself. So let's get going. Frank's poem just was a bomb. Oh, all right. Let's look at Bitcoin. All right, it's Bitcoin. These are the futures. As you remember, I was always looking for a bounce off the 200. We did hold here at the 200. We closed back above. Risk to reward wasn't that good. And we came back again, and there is support at the 200-day. So if you're a Bitcoiner, this is at least a good sign that we're holding the 200-day and we're back up into the over the negative third ATR channel. I don't think I would buy it here. I don't like the risk to reward, but I already do have micro strategy as well. So kind of by proxy, I have that there. Tesla looks good. I mean, what can I say? It's a bullish engulfing bar. It's a V1. It's a close back above the 200-day moving average. And then see the little green arrow here? This means we had a V1 to the downside that immediately got reversed up to the upside. That is also a good indication. So this is good. Increased volume. Let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly has the -1 ATR channel above. That's my only concern on this trade, having that -1 ATR channel above. So it is good. We'll keep it. Roku has a 520 crossover. Not too shabby here. MACD is positive. Did we go under 50, over 50? Yes, we did. We're 49.78 on Monday. This looks good. I mean, what can I say? It looks good. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly looks good as well. We're over the 5, the 10, and the 20. We went under 50, over 50. I think I would have to place that above Tesla. TER. Steve mentioned TER. I like this. It's not too extended. We've not been able to get over that high there. But the risk to reward looks good. You get a dividend tomorrow if you buy this. Weekly looking pretty good. This bar scares me a little bit right here. Doesn't mean it has to stop right there. All right, we'll keep it. Pins also looks excellent. Nice, strong close back above the 200-day moving average. That looks good. Let's go over to the weekly. Weekly is catching resistance at the 5. So, it's a tough one. It's, if we only knew, it's a tough one. Not a lot of volume, but for that reason, I'm going to take that off and just start whittling this down. Snap has a nice 520 crossover. Hey, we hit another profit target on MSTR on MicroStrategies. Oh yeah, baby. Up 4.41%. Sweet. All right. Done and done. Where was I? Snap is a little extended for me here. You know, this long term, this looks up, but this has been one big move up. I don't think I'm going to chase it. If it came back down, tested the 5 and the 20 while the 520 was still in place, I'd probably take a shot at it then, but I'm not going to chase this momentum. PayPal, not quite a 520 crossover, 511.11 to 251.46. Again, almost everything we're going to look at tech-wise here is going to be a little chasey, I would say. The Qs, 328.17 to 328.43. The 520 crossover is not in place. I think it will cross over tomorrow regardless, but if we got a down day tomorrow, I'd sure like to buy it on a bit of a pullback instead of chasing this momentum. Like, I'll chase momentum if we come out of a lot of sideways motion, but this was a big move up already, and so that makes me a little hesitant. Amazon, well, I had to get out of Amazon because it closed under the 200-day and it just went right back up. I don't think it's stuck right here at the 50 SMA. It looks like a V2 as well. But I think I'm just going to pass on Amazon. XLU has a 520 crossover. I don't think I'm going to mess with that. Adobe has a 520 crossover here at the moment. It also has a 1050 EMA cross at the moment. Again, just Adobe with a lot of these other tech stocks. I have to be very careful because I already have Twitter and what do I have? I have Twitter, I have Apple, I have APPN. So, you know, I've kind of got my fair share. CNK, nice big move here on Cinemark Holdings. I don't see anything there. Nike, I was looking for a 520 crossover. It doesn't have it. JetBlue having a nice day, 520 crossover. I do not know how this backtest. I tried to backtest it and I couldn't. I like the sideways motion here. That could be valid if somebody could backtest JetBlue. NET, nice 520 crossover. I tried to backtest this. Was not available for me. So RH. Checkpoint Software has a 520 crossover again. I could not backtest Checkpoint. Airbnb, who has this? Kamal, right? Yeah. Was a V2 earlier, but I mean, I don't think I'd buy it here. If I was in it, I'd stay in it. And Play. Oh, that was a false breakout to the downside, the rejection of the 100. It also has a rejection of the -1 ATR channel and a V2. I don't know. I think there's better. All right, so I do like Roku. It's a little chasey, but I liked that it had a bit of a base. It didn't just go straight up. It had a bit of a base. Weekly looks good. That does backtest well. Tesla has just kind of gone up though. Has that 1 ATR channel above, so I am going to just pass on Tesla, and then TER with the 520 crossover on the daily and the weekly I like. So let me do this real quick. Teradyne Automatic Test Equipment Designer. Okay, so that's, I wouldn't really call that, I really wouldn't call that tech in the sense of like Roku. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a half a position in Roku. And I'm going to buy a half position in Teradyne. That seems like a good plan. So half position in Roku. And a half position in Teradyne. That seems completely logical to me. Half position on Roku with the 520, keeping in mind I already have tech. Half position in TER with a 520 crossover, keeping in mind I already have a lot of positions. All right, so let me take care of this over here. All right. Now I can't find anything. What's happening? All right. There we go. Steve says, my biggest profits came from letting winners run, not watching screens all day. That's right. I was listening to Tom Canfield the other day saying, I just go play golf. I make more money playing golf than sitting in front of my screens. It's true. Steve says, thanks, Kamal. Steve exited IBB for a 0.9% gain. Okay. After two bearish candles. Okay. Kamal says, Johan, what are you buying? Johan, contemplating NET in Roku. All right. That's the dynamic duo right there, everybody, is KJ, Kamal, and Johan. They seem to be on a good wavelength whenever they buy something together. I really like that. So when these two agree on a position, I think you're in good company. All right. $150 and oh, that's not right. All right, we'll do this. Well, Tesla's coming down a little bit. A lot of volume on Tesla today. All right, just to reiterate, I'm buying Roku with the 520 crossover. I like that it crossed above the 50 EMA and the 50 SMA. I like that it's above the moving averages here in the value zone. But I am buying a half position, and then Teradyne, I'm also going to buy a half position. I like that it's in the value zone still, the 520 crossover, the weekly in the value, has a lot of room on the weekly to move. So those are my two choices for today. Apple, anything I have to adjust? No. AGQ? No. APPN? Oh, so close to that profit target. Still not there. Dash? Nice day. MicroStrategies, nice day. Did hit that profit target up 5%. Of course, I'm buying overnight SPY trade. Twitter didn't quite hit that third ATR. Oh no, this is under 200, over 200. Normally I'd sell this here with the rejection of the 50, but this is an under 200, over 200. VIX making a little bit of move here. Looks like it's finding some support. All right. Oh, I have 3 minutes. I better get hustling here. All right, so I'm buying Teradyne, half position. And I am buying Roku, half position. All right, I'm done. You know what? Oh no, never mind. Never mind, I'm good. Oh, I missed that third profit target by 5 cents. Bummer. Steve is long Adobe, everybody. That looks like a good setup. He's long Adobe from 498.29 on the 1050 EMA crossover. So I will put that on the board. Well, let's take a look. ADBE. Yeah, I like that. That has room to run there for sure. The 1050 EMA crossover, 488.01 to 488.0. Oh, it's underneath on mine, Steve. It's underneath 488.01 to 488.05. All right, well, that is that. Another day in the books. SPY at 419.17 for the overnight SPY trade. Roku, half position at 347.48. And Teradyne at 127.70. 70. All right, so SPY, new entry position at 419.17. That's exactly where it's at. Roku, 347.48. So that one's down just a smidge. And Teradyne, 127.70. That one's a little underwater already as well. All right. So there I am on those. If my students have any new entries or exits for me today, this is the time. Just put them in the live stream and we will get them all taken care of. Before we do, I just want to remind everybody that I do teach private one-on-one lessons in the evening time via Skype. I love to teach. I think I do a really good job of it, and I know I teach a really good course. My course is 15 hours long, one-on-one, just you and I, 5 sessions of 3 hours. That's where you get the 15 total hours. I teach you all 5 of my trading approaches: deep dip buys, higher low V1s, return to value V1s, crossover, double bottoms, bullish divergences, and show you how to use them in conjunction with each other. And I teach them step by step. So, even if you've never traded, when you're done, you should be able to know how to do this. So the course is $1,750, but I believe it is worth every single penny because of the time and the attention that you will get and all the experience that I am going to teach you from my experience in trading for 25 years. So when you're done with the course, I know you'll be a better trader. I'm sure of that. So if that's of interest to you, send me an email. The email's in the description of this video. Just say, hey, Greg, I'm potentially interested in your one-on-one course. I will reply and say, hey, let's set up a Skype call. I want to learn more about you and your trading, your challenges, your goals, and what you really want to take away from this course. Then it's a good time for you to ask me questions about the course as well. And when we're done with the call, you can think about it as long as you want. And, if it grabs you and you decide that you want to do it, then just write me back and we'll get it scheduled and away we'll go. Secondly, I do have a new online course available on udemy.com. It's a great course, the deep dip by stock trading strategy. It's 9.5 hours. 26 videos, 15 study guides. It's a great course. I've gotten so many good reviews and so much good feedback from people saying they're really glad that they took it. And the best part, it's like $12 or $15, everybody. So, one-on-one courses are obviously the best, but they're more expensive. But, if you're not in the financial situation to do that, click that link in the description on udemy.com and take that course. I promise, for the money, my gosh, you're going to learn so much. So keep that in mind. Go there, watch it, learn the good stuff. And, you've always got me here at the end of the day. So if you're taking the course, you can just ask me any questions if I wasn't clear in the course about something. And then lastly, if you like today's podcast, I would appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. It does help to build the channel, helps to keep the channel around. And lets YouTube know that there's some valuable content here. So if you could hit the thumbs up button before you get out of here, I would really, really appreciate it. Okay, so let's see. Steve did something. Exited IBB with a profit. All right, Steve, take you out of IBB. Steve replace that with Adobe. And Steve bought that at $498.29. Oh, they're even, 488.06 to 488.06. Okay, good job, Steve. Steve with the 10 50 EMA cross. Excellent, Steve. Stopped out of DoorDash. Oh, okay. You did? Okay. Frank's out of DoorDash. Half on Roku. Gary is in a half a Pterodine. Nice trade on Beyond Meat, Gary. Fantastic, my friend. Kamal is at a shop. Good, buddy. I was wondering based upon what we had talked about. What a trade, Kamal. Wow. Beautiful. Sold one half. Way to go. David is in Pterodine, one half. And in Tesla. All right. Makes sense to me. Gary says, Kamal, great trade. I agree. David is out of a third of Twitter. Frank says, now I know who to go shopping with, Kamal. I totally agree. Paxton is in Pterodine. And Roku. Jonathan is in a half Pterodine. Okay. Oh, a half Pterodine, sorry. Kamal says no other trades today. Okay, excellent. Dan says, for sure, Kamal, it's uncommon that your trades are top notch and your entries so close to the trade point of validity are amazing. I 100% agree with that. Lovis's question, RTX, is there anything special about a stock that gives you a buy signal using its 200 SMA on the 200th day and then show support there for the following days? I don't know. Oh, I see. My gut is no. I mean, it did support the 200-day moving average, so that by itself is good. Is there anything special about a stock that gives a buy signal on its 200-day? Who knows? Who knows? I've never even really seen that or even thought about that before. I guess we'll know tomorrow, but honestly, I really don't know. But good eye on that one, Leva. Dan says, darn phone twisting my words. Kamal, you're great. I agree. Gary says, thanks, Greg. And to quote Frank, holy fake cow. Kamal says, thanks, Dan. Learning each day. Lily is in Teradyne. All right. Well, let's see what's going on after hours, everybody. VIXie's down a little bit. Twitter is down a little bit. Teradyne is up a little bit. SPY is up. That's good. Roku unchanged. MicroStrategy down. MicroStrategy was up 4.87% today. Wow. Unreal. Glad for that. Wanted to share with you, so I am trading Bitcoin. This is the daily chart on Bitcoin. You can see we came down, closed just above the 250-day moving average and back above the negative third ATR channel. So Bitcoin closes at 6 o'clock my time, the bar. So I did buy Bitcoin yesterday around 34,600. It's 39,500. It's up 13.77%. So really good trade just using this deep dip buy approach. If we reject the 200-day moving average, I'll probably just take profits there, but up 13.77%. It's a good trade. Still going on. All right, so nothing too crazy after hours. SPY's up a smidge. Lova says, wasn't sure if it meant someone with big money was waiting for the 200. Well, in a way, big money is always kind of waiting at the 200, Lova. I mean, that is a level where people are looking to buy. So there is money waiting at the 200. So I would say that that is a true statement. All right, let's do this. If we all do one random act of kindness daily, we just might set the world in the right direction. This is by Martin Kornfeld. You know the drill, everybody. Just go out and try to do one nice thing for another human being today. Just try to go out and do one nice thing for an animal today. They will both appreciate it. It will make you feel good. It will make the world a better place if we can just do one random act of kindness daily. And maybe when you need it one day, someone will be there and do it for you as well. Johan says, I see you have shortlisted SHIB there. Do I have SHIB? Where's SHIB? SHIB. SHIB? I don't have that one, Johan. Love says, thank you for everything, Greg. You're welcome, buddy. Good to see you. David says, great rest of the group. Thanks, Greg, and everybody for the learnings. Thank you, David, for coming. Appreciate it, my friend. All right, if anybody has any other questions, please let me know. Glad to answer them. Johan says, I mean your trading charts. SHIB is a meme coin. Oh, okay. I only trade one. Oh, this one? Yeah, I don't trade that one. This is just on the list of the people I trade here. Yeah. Well, let's analyze it. Big down bar. We got to halfway. And then again here on BTC. Been a great trade. It held that 250 and I've just kept it all day. And if it rejects that 200 by the end of the day, I'm just going to go at it. I'm just going to go out and take the profits on that trade. I'd rather wait for it to close back. If it closes back above the 200, I'll keep it until it closes back below that. But that's my plan there for Bitcoin. Ava says, thank you, Greg and all. Feeling blessed to have found this group. Thank you, Ava. It's really nice to have you. We are blessed to have you in this group as well. Really, I really mean that. Okay, well, I guess we'll call it a day, everybody. Thank you for coming. Really appreciate it. Hope you have a good rest of the day. Be good, be safe, drive safe, get some exercise, have some fun, study your charts, hit the thumbs up button. Hint. Just kidding. No, I'm not. It'd be great if you would, but I am serious about having a good rest of your day. And congratulations, everybody, on your nice trades today. Made some money, which is good, right? But it's not the only thing in life. Remember that. There's other things than money too. So let's try to live a balanced life and a happy life. All right. Okay. That's that. That's a wrap for today. I have to run the U.S. legal disclaimer on the way out. Jonathan, cheers right back. Johan says, thanks, Greg, and everyone. Have a great day. You too as well. All right, everybody. Take care. Appreciate you being here. Talk to you all hopefully tomorrow. Bye. U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity. Thank you.